what's up? Welcome back. It's your boy Cool Rob. I'm cooler than cool, cooler than the most. I'm cooler than the other side of the pillow. I got a sports coat on, and I got a red tie. And I'm back. Cool Rob Show, live from the new bullpen. Thank y'all for showing love, man. Everybody that's been supporting me, liking and commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for everything. Man, it touched my soul, you know what I'm saying? But we here. Shout out to Movie Hood TV. Don't forget to subscribe to their channel, moviehoodtv.com. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Cool Rob TV, all caps. Like, dislike. Tell me what you think about the show. We're looking for new guests as well. Man, welcome back, man. As you can see, man, I got a special guest in the building, man. I'm going to introduce him in a second, man. We're going to get it in, y'all. Cool Rob Show, Season 2 live from the bullpen. And let me get right to it. My special guest today on the show, my boy Chris. What's up, Chris? That's my boy right there, y'all. Over 20 years strong, man. What's going on with you?
Cool, man. Cool. We chilling. What's good?
I'm going to let y'all know right now, y'all. He is going to bring it. It may be some things y'all going to hear. Y'all going to look at me and get mad at Cool Rob. But, hey, one thing about the Cool Rob Show, we keep it real on here, man. We don't hold nothing back. We out here, we here to support anybody and everybody, but we want to bring it real. We're going to bring the realness to it. We ain't going to sugarcoat anything. So when you come on here, man, don't look for the nursery rhyme stuff, man. You're going to get some real hardcore facts. And it's coming, y'all. This is my boy, Chris. So, Chris, man, why don't you tell the people about yourself, man? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Life is good, man. I got no complaints, man. How about yourself?
Man, hey, I'm honored to have you on the show, man. We've been talking about this for 2 years now, and we finally here. So I'm all smiles over here, bro. What about you? It's about you, though, man. What's going on with you?
I mean, you all smiles, but I might say some things out there that the people they might probably didn't hear before, and they probably not gonna like. So what you gotta do is just be calm. Don't worry about how I say it. Check me on the information, because it's like this. It's like when I was growing up, the OGs go to your body, you don't like it, but you learn how to defend yourself, you learn how to be a man, then you can go to any hood, you can go to any state, any country, and you don't gotta be scared because you was raised right. So it's like, now that I'm an OG, I'm gonna give it to you uncut. So don't take it the wrong way. It's out of love, it's because I love you, I love my people. So ease up with the comments and all the foolery, Do your research and then talk.
All right, y'all heard that, man. So let's get started, man. But first things first, you are a Howard grad. A lot of people wouldn't know that. So tell us about your experience going to Howard.
All right, well, if you want the truth, Howard fucked me over, man. All right, if you ever went to an HBCU, it's a little sketchy. Let me tell you the truth. I'm from Washington, D.C.
Right.
Born and raised.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cousin. All right, so let me give you a background story. My mother's sister, her name's Pinky. My mother's brother named Vernon. They had a house together on 11th and Kenyon Street. 11th and Kenyon is maybe like a 7-minute walk from Howard campus.
Mm-hmm.
So Pinky has 2 children. She has Biff and Puddin'. And then her brother Vernon has 5 children. So all these people lived in the same house. And my mother, we lived on 3rd and Taylor. So we would go to this house like literally every either Saturday or Sunday. We watched every Bulls championship, every Super Bowl in this house. So I grew up around it. So when I got there, they were like, don't look at people from DC in the eye. They take this shit like orientation. Mm. So imagine me being like one of the first people to go to college in my family. I just left Ballou, and the first week you there, they like, don't look us in the eye. I'm like, what the fuck y'all want, bro? So long story short, they fucked me over. I threw a couple temper tantrums in there. I knocked over the place. They promised me they gonna give me like a student job, whatever it was called at the time. They didn't do that. They fucked up my financial aid. And so if I didn't have the money and I didn't have all right, so let me just give you another little part. I ended up getting a lot of my credits from PG.
Right.
So that was one of the tricks I used. And then the only reason I even got to go back was I learned about liberal arts. Liberal arts meaning, all right, so let me tell you where I fucked up at school at. So you got to take accountability too. They fucked up, I fucked up. What I fucked up at is they would give you these books and there'll be a million classes in them, right? Mm-hmm. You can't take every class.
Right.
You have to only take the classes that lead to your, what's it called, your major. So if they give me all these great classes like Black Thought and Black Psychology and this and that and this and that, and then they like, bro, you in television, radio, or film. Why the fuck you even looking at that? I'm like, why the fuck you ain't tell me? So the point is, Howard was not the best experience for me. You know, the women was good, the parties were okay, but I was from DC. I was in the Go-Go's already. I didn't need them for that. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm gonna give you this last point where they turned me out. You meet other women from other schools because you're in college. It gives you access to other college people. Right. So I ended up dating women from North Carolina. And these women were like putting you on planes. They would pick you up in Accurate Legends. I never been to the movies at the time. Mm-hmm. I never been to these restaurants. They would take you to these restaurants that was dark. You sitting down, you eating good, and it's a different vibe from these Persuco women in the Go-Go's, you know what I'm saying? So it creates a different paradigm, a different world for you. And so being able to get on a plane in DC, you land in North Carolina, you go to a UNC game, you at the Ding Dong, you grew up watching these niggas. I'm a church motherfucker. I used to be a church fan. I don't watch sports like that. Mm. And so you at the Ding Dong, you finish, you go to the Michael Jordan restaurant, you there with Brendan Haywood. You like, it's some cool shit. You taking showers on the campus at Chapel fucking Hill. You know what I'm saying? So it had its good things, but fuck them HBCUs for real.
So safe to say it's no HU, you know for you, right?
Oh no, it's that every day because I live that. So it's like you also, as a man, you gotta live your truth. That's my truth. I pay my tuition. They jerk me. I squash beats with them. We good. I still go there to this day.
All right, so HU,
you know.
All right, y'all. Before we get started, a couple things. One, I've been knowing Chris well over 20 years, man. So I'm honored to have him on the show. He's been encouraging me. He's been on my back. For many, many years, he just wanted me to live a better life. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank him on the show for doing that. I may not listen every time. I may not follow all your directions, but you know, it's good to have a friend, you know what I'm saying, that just wants you to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that. And also, as you can see in the background, you see the Washington Redskins versus the Buffalo Bills 1991 Super Bowl replay. And I did this because me and Chris I'm talking about the biggest Redskins fans out there. I still am. And he lost his faith in the Redskins for good reasons. For a lot of the things they were doing over the years. So, he don't support them no more. So I thought I'd put this Super Bowl on so he can see some and relive some of the memories of the good old days of being a Washington Redskins fan. So maybe he can jump back on the bandwagon. Hopefully, we'll see. He's saying no, but for the viewers out there, just take a look at the 1991 Super Bowl, Washington Redskins versus Buffalo Bills, and relive some of them fondest memories with Rippon, Clark, Sanders, Monk, Brad Edwards, and the boys. You know what I'm saying? And Joe Gibbs as the coach. But I've been waiting a long time for this, man. You ready to get started? All right, man. First topic, eating healthy. Now, I know you like that. See, I know you was going to like that. Now, before we get started, before I, let you take over, I'm going to paint the picture for the viewers. Here we go. So I remember when it was a time where I used to come over to this dude's house right here, go up the stairs. We used to get it in, playing the Madden. I mean, just maddening it up, right? John Madden football. And as soon as we get hungry, we'd call that carry out, and we'd order our favorite sandwich, fish and cheese with French fries and a soda. And, I mean, this was like, I remember this, right? This was like the best memories, man. coming over to this guy's house, chilling, relaxing, playing Madden, eating fish and cheese. And I never forget that one day I came over there, do the same thing, play some Madden, order fish and cheese. I'm like, yo, you ready to order fish and cheese? He like, nah, man, I don't eat that no more. I was shocked. And he left me in the wind, you know what I'm saying? And it's ironic now I eat healthy as well. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna say in lots of the viewers, I'm not full-fledged vegan or organic where I say I don't eat anything, but it's a lot of stuff I'm gonna put in my body. But I thought we could start off with eating healthy because I know this is something that's very important to you, and I know you want to talk to the people. So my first question to you is, when did you decide to leave the fish and cheese sandwiches alone? What was the turning point in your life?
I don't even know. That's a great question. So what you're talking about is early 2000s, probably even before 2005. So it's early 2000s. So I wasn't even fully vegan yet. So what happened was, so like I tell you, like it's certain principles and certain rules and certain guidelines that you have to control yourself by, or you have to live by, right? Mm-hmm. And so I always been one of those type of people who always tried to conduct myself based on my belief and my value systems. And one of my main belief and one of my main value systems is, because I was always so small, you don't let people play with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you, all right, so it's like when you're in the hood and you hear somebody who just came from prison say something like, yeah, when they try you, you gotta try to tear their head off so that you send the message to everybody in the yard, don't mess with me, because if you let one person mess with you, then everybody will mess with you. So let me correlate that to eating. I was at a cookout, I might be like 16, 17, I don't remember. I've never been good with like memorizing things. I'm more of a main idea type of dude.
Right.
I'm a teenager and this woman is fine. And you know, we uptown and I'm fly, she fine. You know I love her. Mm-hmm. And so she is rapping with me about, I think she went to Duke Ellington. She's telling me about a science project she did. She's like, she took the meat, she put it in the Tupperware, she put soda on it, she put it out in the sun because the inside the body is what, 96, 98 degrees, about the temperature. And so she's like, when she come back, it's full of maggots. I usually don't tell people what she tell me because if it's a one-on-one conversation, I'm not, like you said, you don't usually do what I say because I'm not nobody's God, I'm not nobody's teacher. I'm not here to knock on your door and tell you what the fuck to do. I don't really care, to be honest. It's like, you my man. So if I know some landmines coming up, I'm gonna tell you some landmines. You wanna go get your ass blown? No, the fuck I care. Ain't my business. Just don't blow me up. So the point is, once she told me that, you don't gotta tell me twice. I don't want maggots in my stomach. I stopped instantly the beef and the pork. And so it took me some years. Again, there's no YouTube around this time. It's no books. It's no Dr. Sabies. There's no clubs you can join. So I'm literally like at Shoppers buying eggs and yogurt and bread, and I'm trying to find my fucking way.
Right.
And so eventually, what happened is I get a job. I'm looking for like government jobs while I'm in undergrad, while I'm in school. And they never hire me, but I eventually get a government contracting job working across the street from what's that mall out in Virginia?
Pentagon.
I get a job working across the street from there, and it's an Audubon pain in there. So literally every day I'm in an Audubon pain. Let me tell you why. Back then you could order a soup and a sandwich for a certain price.
Right.
You got the sandwich on a bagel. For some reason they wouldn't give you half a sandwich; they give you a whole joint. I milk them niggas every day. So what happened is, going in there, they would have things like organic pretzels. I didn't even have to go home and look up what organic was. I knew instantly in my heart that the food that wasn't labeled organic was science, and they started labeling the regular food organic, and I knew instantly, like, my nigga, you playing with me. How is it you going to fucking label what you not poisoning, but you gonna leave the regular shit unlabeled? Like, you trying to play. They even have like organic grape juice. instantly I knew what was going on. I lost that job, right?
Mm-hmm.
My very next job a couple months later was I was working at Children's Hospital. This was in Silver Spring. Right around the corner was a Whole Foods. This is when I got turned out. This is maybe 2003, 2004.
Right.
I get turned out. Because this time Whole Foods is Whole Foods. Whole Foods is hippie Whole Foods. You couldn't go on Whole Foods no days and walk down no aisles without at least one person like, yo, you want to try some noni juice? What the fuck you on, bro? Do I look like you want to try some noni juice? Do I look like I drink noni? What the fuck is noni, bro? But they will also have like little cards you can read. Oh, it got vitamin C, it got K, selenium. So what you're doing is you're being a scientist now. You're not talking what you don't know. You're trying to know me, you're trying to goji, you on the omega-3s, you on the kale chips, whatever the fuck they got. Now you done tried everything, you done read a little bit about it. They in there selling Vitamixes, making fucking soup, ain't got no heat. You ain't there eating fucking taco soup, no heat. Your mind is getting, they turn you out. So what happened is, let me tell you some G shit. You know how like I pull up on niggas, I go to niggas to say like for instance, I go see Olu. I had an organic Cheetos. And I've been there talking my, you know, we getting high, I'm talking about wisdom shit. Why they don't got the organic Cheetos in the gas stations around here? This is what I'm putting together without no books because that makes sense. It's like, why do they got the organic shit in Whole Foods and Silver Spring for these people, but they don't offer it for us? But the thing is this, I didn't even realize back then, that's still fucking science and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But it's the steps you gotta take to get to the place you gotta go. It's the kindergarten. I'm in kindergarten and I'm learning. And so that's how it started. I ain't wanna bang with no carryouts. I already know they selling me straight trash. And one thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna play myself with nobody. You selling trash, which means I'm going to touch and agree with you to poison myself. Come on, man. You already know what you guys do. You know where I'm at. You know how to find me. Come get me, man. I'm not going to get myself. Stop.
How long has it been since you've eaten regular meat, pork, shrimp, fish, chicken?
Like I said, so All Pain days was like 2003, 2004. The day I stopped eating chicken, I was in, what's that mall again? Pentagon. I was in Pentagon. I decided not to go to All Pain this one day, and I went to Popeyes. And I'm sitting there, I bite it, and I'm like, yo, this is not for me, bro. This is that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just stopped eating beef and pork years ago, messing with the broad. The wild part about the broad at the cookout, she was feeling like a dude with laconas. She broke my heart. I'm like, she fine. I'm in her face. We rapping. Her dude come up, this dude with laconas. I'm like, yo, y'all on this bullshit. Fast forward, I stopped eating chicken at Pentagon City. I go to Whole Foods. I'm eating these lentil dog burgers, and now I'm only eating tuna fish. And they got fish. And the reason I'm eating fish is, if you ever been to Whole Foods, they have like these hot bars. They have like a salad bar, a hot bar, and a place where you get soup. On the hot bar, every day they got a different type of fish. So they got fish I'm not seeing. You know, me and you, we probably eat fish sandwiches. They got swordfish. They got red snapper. They got all this shit. But I'm like, yo, what did y'all on? Where did you getting some fucking swordfish from, bro? We don't got that where I'm from. So I'm trying this shit. Low key, it's unlocking my DNA. That's another story. And so I remember 2008, 2009. It was this European man. I had just started reading self-help books. And I went to go look up something, and I seen him on YouTube. And one part of his lecture, he said that milk is majority pus and blood. Stop that day. I've never touched the shit again. I've never had cheese, and that was the day I stopped eating fish, and that was the day I went vegan. That was 2009.
Good shit right there. What do your vegan diet consist of?
It's a great question. Usually what I would say is earth. So my belief system is it's not about what you take out, it's about what you put in. And so only thing I like to put in, I believe in a creator. So my thought process, my theory without anybody putting anything in it. I always was saying earth. That's why people call me Brother Earth and this and that, because I was just like, what you eat? Earth, earth. If it grow out the ground, and I know these Europeans and these Caucasoids or whoever is not spraying it, they're not GMOing it, and it's just natural, I'm with the shits. If it's not, so some people eat Oreos and be like they vegan. I'm not with the shits. I don't like chemicals. I'm not with the shits. I want my natural. Because my thing is this too. I also got a brain. I know what we was doing before we came in contact with people who love synthetics. We was on that earth. We was on that nature. And I know how the body works. I know without any studies, I know when you put certain things in it, the digestive system extrapolates the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, and it puts the right things in the right places. And then the rest of that bull, it gets rid of it. It's trash, and you supposed to alleviate the trash. And so a lot of things people do is they keep eating trash and then wondering why their bodies don't perform at a high level is because it's not getting no nutrients. It's not, you cannot eat Twizzlers all day and drink sodas and smoke cigarettes and then be like, oh, well, why am I, you below average. You know what you are. You are what you eat.
So I'm moving on to drinks. So when you have a meal, what do you drink? I know you don't drink sodas and juice.
So I would charge like distilled water up in the sun because we live in a solar system. So it'll automatically power it up, right? I make lemon water with like honey, lemon. Lemons are alkaline. You put them in the water becomes alkaline. Honey is, some people will say it's not vegan because it comes from bees, but they don't know what they're talking about because the bees pollinate all the fruit. The bee, even the biblio says you're supposed to go to the land with milk and honey, not to drink the milk. The milk is symbolic of the cows who eat the grass, who make the wilderness a place where you can inhabit, but also when they pooping, they fertilize in the land. So the cows fertilize the land, the bees pollinate the land. You in the solar system, the sun makes everything spiral upwards and turn it green and give it these beautiful colors. And so you're supposed to put the sun-cooked food into your stomach, which is your solar plex. Like you gotta watch this solar power, this power by the sun. So you're supposed to put what's powered by the sun into your solar plex because that's where your sun is. So drinking is lemon waters, coconut waters, fresh pressed juices. Because I live in DC and I'm not like in the islands, my base a lot of the times is pineapples. Mm-hmm. So I'll do pineapple apple, pineapple strawberry. But I do a lot of things, apple, kale, ginger. I run the gamut, you know what I'm saying? If it's in season, like right now, peaches, plums, nectarines, watermelons in season. I'm on it.
Good stuff, good stuff. So tell the people out there, or let me go back because your liquid diet. So Gatorade, Powerade, you know, some people believe that's good for you. Do you believe that Gatorade, Powerade, and those type of drinks, is that good for your system?
Again, the only thing I subscribe to is earth. If it's made by the creator, I'm with the shits. If it's made in a laboratory, let me tell you the funny part about a laboratory. They'll build it and call it a plant, a power plant. Like, why are they naming a building a plant? This is the mind fuck in the games you gotta be aware of, and this is what I'm saying about letting somebody play you. A plant grows out the ground from the creator. It don't need your help. You're not that important. And so if somebody has to build a building to make a substance and then call it food, they're being disrespectful. It's not food. It's chemicals. It's synthetics. Let's be real and let's keep it a buck with each other. That's my only rule. Respect me, I'm gonna respect you. Let's keep it a buck and be good. The moment you cross that line, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a problem.
I love it. That's why I got him on the show, y'all. I told you he's gonna bring it. All right, so my next question. Tell the people out there the difference between, break it down, earth, vegan, right, versus regular.
The difference is a lot of people are not. All right, all right. Do you want the short version, or do you want me to just give it to you straight?
I want it straight. We want it straight.
All right. So the overarching main idea is warfare. It's a reason. Let me give you this point. So if you study anything about history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go to the first place that they tell us about history. They say our history starts as slavery. It's a cold lie. So in warfare, when somebody comes to your land to take over, the first things they want to target is this: what's your food supply? What's your water supply? If you say Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492, right? If you get any materials from around that time, you would know that the Americas was a rainforest. And even in places, so what's the dude's name that was the architect for design in Washington, D.C.? Benjamin Banneker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all throughout these places was apple trees. They said George Washington cut down the cherry tree. Cherry trees, all these things are growing in Washington, D.C. The question is, who the fuck cut all this shit down? And why do we only have yards now? Do you not see food grow free? So food grow free and they don't cut it down, then you don't have to go to Giant to get it. That means you eliminate them. So the whole end game to get you to need them is to eliminate what's free given to you by the creator. If you wipe the creator out, you wipe out what's free, then you need your new God. So the European, the elite, your oppressor, your slave master now becomes your God because you got to go to him to get your food. That's what the difference is. The difference is if he don't make a McDonald's, you gonna starve. That's the difference. I don't need no McDonald's. I know how to order. I know how to barter. I got growers. I go to stores. But if you got serious right now, my G, I'm gonna survive, and 99% of y'all not. That's the difference. The difference is you eating science. You eating your oppressive science, and not only that, he teach you to give it to your babies. Like you work in a school, right?
Yes, I do.
I've been in that school 900 times, right?
Right.
Lunchtime come, they giving the babies chocolate milk. Yes or no?
Yep.
Pizza.
Yes.
What they giving the children? I'm there. I know. They filling it with pus and mucus so that they stay on a low vibration. Because the thing is this: if you feeding them right and not only teaching them walk in a straight line, shut the fuck up. But you letting them spread their wings, and they getting that sunshine, and they getting them, like you said, electrolytes come from the sun, not from Gatorade. So if they getting that, they want to be more powerful, and they're not just gonna shut the fuck up and walk in a straight line. They're gonna be expressive, like brown people are supposed to be. But they don't want you to be like that, and that's the difference. The difference is slavery versus autonomy, or you're free.
Well, I can't say the school systems this year, and I want to say last school year, they changed the diet for the kids. So it's no longer just Elio's Pizza, chocolate milk, and whatever side they got. They basically try to go to a more healthier route with the kids. And so what they serve now, you like, for example, you have salad bar. It's always a vegetable that they have with their lunch. So I mean, they are getting better. I'm not saying that they, 100%, but they are getting better.
I can tell you this: it's a systematic plan to kill you. It's called eugenics. The plan is look up eugenics. Look up who Bill Gates' mother is. Her name is she started Planned Parenthood. I forgot her name. That's crazy. I might have to look it up in a second, but let's Margaret Sanger. So she starts Planned Parenthood. All you gotta do is look up the quotes that she has on melanated people, which I would call black people. She says she's trying to exterminate them. Then she sends her son out with these vaccinations to go to Africa. It's an extermination process. So it's like, they don't want you to get no nutrients. They don't want you to get no vegetables. They don't want you to get no sun. They want to give you trap music and love and hip hop and bring your vibration down and create your world for you because they see you not creating your own world. And that's how warfare goes. That's how slavery goes. Slavery and warfare don't go by, I'm a man up, I'm going to tell them I'm going to kill them, and I'm going to come and kill them. They do it subconsciously behind your back. That's what a coward do. Try to kill you without even telling you he gonna kill you, but every day he trying to kill you.
That's some good stuff right there, man. Really appreciate it. But we're gonna move on to the next topic. I know you're gonna like this one because what you gotta understand, y'all, is everything that we talking about now, we talk about this thousands of times offline. Things different is just being recorded on the Cool Rob Show. All right, so the next topic, Black Lives Matter. Now, before we get to that, you see his reaction, right? So before we get to that, I'm gonna paint the picture once again. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, as you can see, Mr. Smith, Christopher Smith, do not agree with Black Lives Matter. Let me tell you. Well, no, you're right. Let me let him tell his. I don't want to put words in his mouth.
Thank you.
Let me tell you my stance before you take over, because I'm gonna let you take over, right?
What?
This is my stance, y'all, and y'all may get mad at Cool Rob, but I'm gonna be honest. Black lives only matter in my book when a white cop kill a black person.
Thank you.
That's it, because I can go to get a local newspaper right now from the local gas station, and I can go to the metro section, and I can look, and it's gonna be about 4 or 5 killings, one in Northeast, one in Southeast, Northwest, and I don't see nothing about Black Lives Matter. I don't see no protesting. I don't see no marching. I don't see nothing. But soon as a white cop put his knee on one of our black brothers' neck or shoot one of our black brothers in the back, then we ready to go to war. And I love how people
ready to talk about going to war. Go ahead.
Right, and I love how people stood up for these latest incidents, but I can't understand why it only come out when a white person kill a black person, but black on black crime is at its all-time high. Just look at Chicago. If you don't believe me, shout out to Chicago. But just look at Chicago. So before, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So now let me get to Mr. Smith. Why? Your take on Black Lives Matter.
This is a good question. I just want to put another disclaimer out. Cool Rob is on his what's it called when you watch the news? He on that sensationalism. You see he getting that momentum going. Don't let him bait you in. Don't listen to me like that. Like, hear the message. I'm gonna say some wild stuff. Just hear me out, because the thing is this: you might be getting played, and I might be here to help you. But just listen.
All right.
First and foremost, I've never tuned into none of this foolishness, because I would never get distracted from what I'm supposed to do. And so the thing is this: I know a few things about Black Lives Matter. One, I know who started it. These are Khazar Jesuit Zionists, meaning, quote unquote, what they would call Jews. These are not your people. And if you go to the website, it don't say much about you. It keeps saying something about such and such and such, LBGT2, such and such LBG. They are a homosexual organization, meaning they are for and about the rights of homosexuals, not you. So the thing is this: you keep following people who are telling you what to follow, i.e., NCAA is not made by you. It's made by the same Khazar Zionists. So the thing is this: it's like the women's league. It's not made by you. It's made by the Khazar Zionists. You don't know the game that's being played on you, because all you do is watch TV. And the thing is this: you've never been told that your slave master, your oppressor, your colonizer is a money. He has never, ever in his whole entire life told you the truth. And so the thing is, if you only get your information from your school, you only get your information from your news, you only get your information from your newspaper, who owns the TV stations? Who owns the newspapers? Let me ask you a question. If you go on CNN right now, then you go on Fox, are they gonna be saying the same thing?
No.
How is it you reporting the news? You're supposed to be unbiased, but y'all got two warring factions. I can tell you why. One is owned by somebody, one is owned by another person. This one has this political beliefs, this one has this political beliefs. And if you work for this person, you better be in line with the political belief system. That's how the game works. You think it's journalism, these people are researching. I can show you journalism. I do journalism. I do the research. When they say, oh, look that way, my G, I am in the bibliographies, when they like, oh, it was slavery, I'm like, I need to see the records. We have a, I just drew no blank. In Washington, D.C., let me slow down. In Washington, D.C., we have what is called the Library of Congress. No, not the Library of Congress. It's the library downtown with all the Moors heads around.
I don't know. I can't think of that one.
My bad. Listen, let me just say it to this. When they drop this, we'll put all this information in the comment section. So in there, you can pay $5 and you can look at all the slave ship records. You will see that it's no way they bought 500, 400, 1,000 people on the ship for 3 months, because the question will be, where did they put the water for these people? It's insanity. They're teaching you nonsense lies. The narrative goes, we bought millions of people from Africa, and all the people here, they call them Indians, which is another mindfuck. If you are an Indian, where are you from? You are from India. Why do they keep changing your name? Why do they not want you to know who you are? So the census will go, 1 minute you'll be Indian, 1 minute you'll be Black, 1 minute you'll be Negro, 1 minute you'll be colored, 1 minute you'll be Afro-American. But I got a question for you. Nigerians have a land called Nigeria, right? Russians have a land called Russia. Black does not have a land, which means you don't have a law, which means if you get a Black's Law dictionary and you look up the definition of Black, it's going to tell you flat out, you're dead. So the thing is, why I don't look at Black Lives Matter, because my mother was a Blackfoot Indigenous American. She wasn't Black. She has what is called a nationality. My mother's mother came off the reservation. They were Blackfoot Indigenous Americans. They had a nationality. My mother's mother's mother came off the reservation. They have a nationality. My question to you is, if you go to the United Nations right now, you have a phone, you can type this in. Show me what Black is on the list of nationalities. It's not. And so that's where the problem starts. You cannot go, let me bring it closer to this, right? Let me calm down, because I do get high. I eat right, and I get a lot of sun, and I exercise. So pardon me if you want to high frequency. That's my bad. Listen to me though. Let me calm down. Let me breathe. All right, because I'm like, I can feel it. I'm about to jump out my skin. I'm like, Black Lives. Why are you talking to me about this? Anyway, you have to first start with a nationality. The Bible is the law. Like, they cannot make a law that goes against the Bible, because their law comes from the Bible, and they have offshoots like the Kabbalah. Mm-hmm. But if you go to court and you deal with any judge or any lawyer, you can use the laws in the Bible to be in the case. I know I do this. So let me tell you what the law is. The Creator goes to Adam and he tells Adam, he says, to have dominion over the animals, you must name them. Who gave you the name Black? Before 1492, I got a challenge. It's 1 trillion books out here. Show me one time. You are the first people in Europe. You are definitely the first people in the Americas. The same pyramids that are in the Grand Canyon, all the way to Central America, all the way down South America, all Nicaragua, all Mexico, all these pyramids are the same pyramids that are over there in Egypt. And they are perfectly mathematically designed, not only in structure, but in coordinates as far as where they are on the planet. This is not happenstance, people. This is what I'm trying to tell you when you go to, you know, what's the new museum they made, the African American Museum? That's an upside down pyramid, but of course y'all didn't see that. And you go all the way to the bottom after they show you Aretha Franklin and all this stuff. They start your history as slavery. You built everything on this planet. You are the first people on the planet. How do you go from that to letting a baby name you? You're weird, bro. That's why I don't bang with Black Lives Matter. For one, I'm not lining up behind no Zionist ones, because I know what they do. They sit in think tanks and they come up with this stuff to it's like you got all this energy, you hype, and they direct it for you. The thing is this: you don't own nothing, you don't make nothing. You can't even make a sock, a pair of drawers. You out there marching for what? They've been marching since the 60s. They ain't done nothing yet. You're wasting your time and you're weird, bro. Period. Hey, you're not about to talk to me about no Black Lives. You're not about to talk about nothing like that. If you ain't talking about owning your land, growing your food, not poisoning your babies, not calling yourself black, I don't want to talk to you. You're weird. Go watch Power, go watch Love and Hip Hop, and go get some Cheetos and smoke cigarettes, my G. Because we don't got nothing to talk about. You wasting my time and you insulting me.
So I don't eat Cheetos no more.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just telling people I don't eat Cheetos.
See, you take it personal. Stop doing that.
No. I'm saying. I'm just being real. I don't eat Cheetos. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop no more. I left it. Be honest with you, I used to be the biggest Love and Hip Hop fan. I used to have a Facebook post the next morning, about 100 comments about the show. So I stopped doing that. I did love Power. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a Ghost fan.
Getting around with Power, but it's all gonna go ahead.
Yeah, I thought I was Ghost, man. I walk around with the overall coat and everything, man. Hey, that's good shit right there, bro. You bringing it, and that's exactly why I wanted you on this show, man, because I know you wasn't going to sugarcoat it for nobody. You going to bring the realness, and keep on bringing the realness on this next topic, because the next topic is COVID-19. And I want to hear, you see what I'm saying? You see the look.
Talk about this on YouTube, man. Come on, you going to get banned. You going to get blocked.
I'm not going to get mad. I brought you
They going to get banned. They going to remove the video when I drop it.
Well, you know what? If they do that, then that must mean that you must be saying some serious stuff, and you know your shit. Because I'm
not even gonna go too far in it, because one, it will turn into ops type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I really bring it on your channel, it's like, I wouldn't even do that to you. But I'm gonna give you a general synopsis.
Go ahead. Just tell us.
You're a wild dude. I just want to say for the record, you're a wild dude. You know what you're doing. I don't even know why you're asking me this. You wild.
I'm asking you this because I want you to.
You wild.
All right, let me tell you this before you start. I'm asking you these questions because I want you to bring the realness so the people that's going to see it know what's going on out here, because they may be lost. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. They may see this and something may click in their head. Out of 100 people, one person might say, you know what? He's right. Let me do my research, and then boom. You may not reach 100, but as long as you reach one, then you set your goal. So that's why I'm asking these questions.
I'm going to say this, okay? I'm going to ask you to just relax for a minute. Not you. When I'm talking, I'm not talking to you, okay? I'm talking in general, all right? I'm very aware of what's going on. We on the show. So I know, I know how audiences work. So I'm speaking in general so that the audience can comprehend what I'm saying. So to speak about this, first and foremost, let me give you a heads up. The code is for the name of the quote unquote virus. The id is the ID. They're going to start an ID system for you, which means you'll have to travel or anything. You'll have to get a vaccination from guess who. But look, let me give you two parts, and I'm not going to do too much. You do your research. Me being me, I will show it to you. You know, I send you stuff every day. Like I stand on my word. I don't say nothing unless I got the smoking gun. Like if I don't got the documentation signed, if I don't got the Supreme Court law, if it's not in the Congress or the House, I don't want to talk about it. Because one thing I don't do is news, watching it. I don't do that. I actually read and I actually research, like on some real stuff.
Right.
So, two things you need to check. One, when did Trump? So this happened, quote unquote, the craziness happened. So he signed these $1 trillion of relief, quote unquote, after. The thing is this: he signed it a year before the shit happened. And the thing is this, if you have Google, it will take you 2 minutes to find this shit out. Like, knock it the fuck off. 2, if you Google what the name you just said for this virus, you just Google it. And go to see who the owner of it is. 1, 2, look up the patent number. How can you patent a virus? Let me tell you how. You can't patent nature. You create it. So the thing is this: if you can do those two things, 1, look at the patent. 2, find the order that he signed a year ago. The end. And so the thing is, I'm not saying it's not real. What I'm saying is, of course you can catch a virus. What I'm saying is, if you was eating right, you wouldn't be worried about them dumbass virus. Dr. Sebi told you that right before they killed him. Nipsey Hussle went to go make a documentary on Dr. Sebi right before they killed him. But the thing is this, you marching in the streets, but now one of you niggas said, Dr. Sebi said, if I get rid of the mucus and I become alkaline and I eat alkaline foods, alkaline meaning foods that's made by the creator and not man, that are electric, alkaline, electric, the same as you get the first names of the creator in the Bible, let us make man in our image, which are the Elohim or the angels, but you're not listening. So the thing is this, they're playing with you. They're showing you that they are the masters of you. They can shut down your world at any time. Play with your toilet paper and play with your water. You know why? You love your new God, nigga. You're a devil worshiping. I'm not even gonna call you monkeys today. I'm gonna try to be calm. But anytime he wants, he'll snap his finger and put his foot on your neck. And I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna give you the game. This is just a warning shot. But I'm gonna tell you what you niggas ain't do. You niggas comfortable in that quarantine. You niggas have a good quarantine. Ain't not one of you niggas make not one change. Ain't one of you niggas make not one change to eat right. Ain't one of you niggas make not one change to do no research. Ain't one of you niggas out here getting these calisthenics and these chin-ups in with us. Ain't one of you niggas even bought water in bulk. Ain't none of you niggas preparing for the future. Ain't none of you niggas learning how to grow no food. Ain't none of you niggas, you niggas is cheap. Y'all talking about Netflix and chilling, which ain't gonna get you shit. Instead of, yo, who wanna get a house together and so we can only pay $400 of rent. So I can save 10, 12,000 over the next year. So the next 5 years, I got 60 grand so that we can buy our own land and we don't gotta work. This is what I'm talking about. You every time they say it that way, you like, they own you. And the thing is this, I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna drop the mic. The thing is this, it's about energy. You know how you get on Facebook and people, you put a post and people give you all these likes? They give you their energy. They created this, and if you watch the movie, if you go look at anybody who worked with Zuckerberg, they tell you, they research this, they know that when people give you energy or attention, it creates like a drug effect. You get high off of it. The same thing when you're watching the news, dumbass, especially on a new moon or full moon. Let me give you the game. A moon will affect the whole fucking ocean. The whole ocean waves will get big than a mug. You're supposed to be at least 70% water. You're more like 90 if you were eating and drinking water, but that's another point for another day. The point is this. Moon E equals MC squared, energy equals MC squared, moon energy because it's a currency, like a current in the wave, a current. So that's how you get, like your banks, you go to the river banks, you don't get it. You are lost in the sauce, and it's like when a person like me come to talk to you, you looking at them like, this dude don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, bro, stop paying these people attention. The whole point is, if the Bible says, let us make man in our image, and they refer to the creators, you're supposed to be a creator. You're not supposed to be a follower. And Erykah Badu said this one day. She said 85% are followers, 10% are leaders, 5% are the people who are observing all this and trying to tell the 85%, yo, the 10% that ain't doing nothing but jerking out chain. You supposed to be, the creator ain't create 2 snowflakes in all this goddamn time that's identical. You're supposed to be a unique expression of the creator. You're goofy. While we're on the topic, let me just say one thing, because I'm on the topic, right?
Go ahead.
Everybody grandmother told me this story, right? Because at some point in time, it can't be about, well, I got degrees, I'm a scholar. Sometimes it got to be about common sense, right? Everybody's grandmother said this to him, right? The devil got kicked out of heaven for thinking the devil is as powerful as the creator, right? So the devil down here running them up because the devil was up there talking about I'm as powerful as the creator. So the creator give you hair. The devil give all the melanated queens, which I call black, who gave everybody birth because you're the original people on the planet. Now you have to go to your slave master to get your hair when the creator gave you hair, which means the creator ain't doing a good job. You get your skin from this goofy mother who puts aborted. So let me get this right. You kill your babies. You the number one. That's why Black Lives don't matter. You the number one killer of brown people on the whole planet. You aborting millions and millions of babies. You the number one killer of your people, not them. You are listening to trap music. Every one of these dudes is selling drugs and killing people in the community. You don't got nothing to say. Like, knock it the fuck off, my nigga. You can't have it both ways. What you doing is you playing yourself. So then you gonna come to a real nigga and be like, no. Like, my nigga, I'm not rocking like that. I'm gonna finish this point and I'm gonna roll. The creator make breasts, the devil make fake breasts. The creator make ass, the devil give you ass injections. The thing is this, what it all boils down to is, you a devil worshiper, motherfucker. That's what it boils down to. You love this nigga. You love him. You love these European warlocks, these wizards and these fucking warlocks who do nothing but, what they do? They get these people, they have you coming for a casting call. They cast, then they spell these words in this script. They cast this spell on you in grimoire, this grammar, because you goofy. And all day long, you watch this nigga's TV getting programmed by this tell lies to your vision, and then you think you somebody. It's like, my nigga, to another zombie you are, to real niggas, you look like ops. You the police, nigga. That's why.
So while you was talking, I already decided in my mind, I want to do a part 2. Damn. So basically, we're gonna finish this one off, but then we're gonna come right back with a part 2, and I'm gonna have 2-3 more topics. So this is gonna be like I love to hit this conversation. I'm pretty sure that when this hit the 2, a lot of people is gonna tune in. So it's gonna be a very interesting conversation. I'm dying to hear comments, y'all. So please check this video out. Please leave comments. If you agree with Mr. Smith, definitely let us know. If you don't agree, let us know. Hey, if you want to get on the show and actually stand side by side on Zoom with Mr. Smith, and you want to talk to him one-on-one, we can set that up too. I was almost astonished about what you was talking about. And the sad part about it is that we talk all the time, but for some reason, when you was delivering it today, I kind of was just speechless, which I was. That's why I want to do a part 2. Would you come back for a part 2?
All I want to say is when these people start talking, let's just do it respectfully, 1. 2, I'm citing my sources. I'm telling you where I'm getting my information. Don't come up here and tell me what your mother said, man. That's gonna offend me, man. I'm not that type of dude. I'm not interested in that. Let me tell you why. It's 10 years of nonstop study. Like, you're not reading what I'm reading. I'm not saying the books are right. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's 80-20 almost every time. It's 80% true. It's 20% bullshit. It's 30% true. It's 70% bullshit. But the thing is this, you don't print them. You don't own any publishing companies. They own everything. So the thing is this, it's just like the Biblios, or what you would call the Bible. You know, these niggas is running around town talking about Jesus and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, my G. The letter J was made in the 1600s. If this dude died 2,020 years ago, you sound like a clown. Because in 1600s, they are telling you you are a slave, which means you are giving these people permission to come to your land and change the name of your gods. 2, if you had any sense in your mind, you could Google right now, 2 seconds. And we all got phones. You could Google, does Jesus mean Jesus? Then you could Google, does Jesus mean Hail Zeus? So the thing is this, once you find that out, you stop talking stupid, you find out what they were calling them before 1492. And you have respect. That's why it says honor your mother and your father. Let me tell you how deep that goes. Let me tell you how deep that commandment goes. That's the first commandment with a promise in it. It says, honor thy mother and father so that days go well with you in the land that your creator gave you. So the thing is this, when somebody, let me break down to you like this, a pyramid. Top of the pyramid is the creator. Let us make man in our image, our children, which is you. Then you have fictitious characters who come on your land, like Europeans with their cocker spaniels who come on your land to gentrify it. And the thing is this, you don't even have enough intelligent, you got 900 degrees, you've been in 900 jobs, you're watching 19 million hours of TV. You don't even have enough sense to say when somebody who don't belong on your land say some slick shit to you to be like, nigga, go back to Europe and get the fuck on somewhere. Fuck you talking to, nigga. Because the thing is, they tell you you came in on some slave shit and you just buying the dumb shit like a kid. You would, like, come on, man. Like, don't talk to me. Get on the show, be respectful, cite your sources. Like, don't be dumb.
Hey, I told y'all he was gonna bring it, y'all, and he brung it, he rocked it, he sealed the deal. And for that, we're gonna come back with a part 2.
Can I say one thing before we leave?
Go ahead.
Fuck them Redskins, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? First and foremost, I'm not with no sports teams. I used to be under that spell. All these people are owned by the same Zionists. They own all the TV stations, all the news. It's a Gregorian spell. Like in Greece and Rome, they had the Colosseums. But the thing is this, we learned this high school, we learned this community college. This is early European history 101. It was 2 separate states. One was where they had the men and the boys. One was the Isle of Lesbo, where they had the women and the little girls. It was 2 homosexual societies. And their artifacts, their art say the same thing. So when you are touching and agreeing with this, I got nothing against no homosexual. I don't care what you do in privacy of your home, got nothing to fucking do with it. I do some wild shit in privacy of my home. They got nothing to do with you. My point is this: you following your slave master. Because you don't know where none of this shit originated from. And so my thing is this: I was a slave to sports. I love me some Terrapins. Love me some Redskins. They ain't give me no good products. How you getting my money and you don't give me no good product? You fucking me over. I want to kick their ass when I finally came to this realization. And so I don't watch sports like that. Sports is not hard to figure out. I've been doing it all my life. And so I still talk about them. I might even come across some highlights here and there. I might even go on YouTube to see if something happened. I'm not following no goddamn sports team. They're not getting my money. They don't get my energy. None of that. So I would never go back to the Redskins. The only thing I do still like a little bit, I like RG3. He's my first quarterback I ever had in my whole life. I went through Tony Banks. I went through Heath Schuler. I went through Gus Farrar.
John Freeze. I
went through Danny Werfel.
Kerry Cochran.
That's what I'm talking about. If you go through Kerry Cochran, don't you deserve something? I got RG3. I had a season. We were getting our heads rocked in the beginning. RG3 comes the last 6 games. If he makes one wrong play in any of those 6 games, we're not going to the playoffs. This dude got to cook it so hard and got us in that playoffs, and they fucked them over, which they do to the melanated quarterbacks. They're the last team to let a melanated quarterback on the team. They got a fuck name, and that's why they're never going to be nothing. But the thing is this: I appreciate them because they broke the spell for me. They were the ones who I'm not. So say if the Terrapins lose, before I want to break lamps, I'll be on the porch of sad, fuck my whole day up. I don't give a shit because I don't care nothing about sports no more. I'm still mortal, I'm still human, so I still like the cool Rob talking. I know everything that's going on because it's not rocket science, but I'm not into sports like that. And that's all.
Well, safe to say he won't be joining the bandwagon no time soon, Skins fans, but that's okay.
Yeah, because y'all gonna be sorry forever.
Hey, last year was a disaster, and I don't see it going. All it is all you could do is get better after last season. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
That's not true.
Like I say, bro, I'm already setting it up. Let's do this again for a part 2. But one of the things I love on the show, like I tell everybody, it's like your outgoing message, your last words. What's your last words for the people out there?
Last words would be wake up, you're being played, be free. You know what I'm saying? It's about owning your land. It's about creating your own world. It's not about keep asking the same asshole to treat you better. How dumb are you, yo? That's like being in a 22-year relationship with a dumb motherfucker who beating you, and you be like, please stop beating me. You're a dumb nigga, yo. Leave that motherfucker. The thing is this, y'all are so scared this nigga gonna come chase you that you scared to do what you supposed to do. You supposed to separate. The Biblio says poor association spoils the lot. a nigga who used to be on the radio said, "Bama's of a feather flock together." It's like, my nigga, if you trying hard to fit into a sick society, you a sick motherfucker. They are rapists. The only thing come out this nigga's mind, cause to write a script for TV, you gotta think this shit. Every night you raping some fucking body, my nigga. Every night you killing every fucking song. You a weirdo, my nigga. So the thing is this, you used to be prominent motherfuckers. They would say kings and queens, and they didn't mean in the European sense like you ruling over 19 million people. It meant you had a family, you had a grandmother, she was the voice. She don't go to no delegation no 100 miles away. She's sending the strongest man. So you go to represent what her and her daughters have decided is best for the babies, which are the children, which are you. So that meant kings and queens. And so the thing is, you need to get back to that. You need to start in your own heart, eat right, eat the food the creator designed for you. Stop eating your oppressor's food. You need to find a way to stack some money because you cheat. And the thing is, the women are fucking cheap. We've been banging these women since they've been 13, 14 for fucking free. So by the time we got in the undergrad, we eating on ooze and noodles, we had no money. We getting all the pussy, but we ain't got no money. So by the time we making 30, 40, 50, 60, 90,000, you think your value went up, nigga? You think now all of a sudden we gonna buy you a house and buy you a ring? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. What we want to do is we want to take that penny and get 100 of you motherfuckers just to make $1. Because you cheat. The thing is, raise your value. Teach your babies, don't fuck these weirdos unless they buy you a house, a car, a ring, and they have to have a dowry, meaning they have to have some type of savings for you. Build your own. Get your seamstresses together. Make your clothes. Stop being a fucking weirdo in your fucking life. Weirdo ass.
My last words, I'm gonna do something different from what I originally say. My last words, I'm gonna talk to the fellas in the DMV. I'm gonna go where Big G used to tell me, cease fire, don't smoke the brothers.
Come on, y'all, don't kill each other.
All right, y'all, like I said, we will be back for part 2. Definitely leave comments. This was a very interesting interview. Thank you so much, Mr. Smith, for coming through. You rocked it. Like I said, y'all leave comments if you agree with them, if you disagree with them, please let us know. We want to engage. We want to hear what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? Anyone, all colors, black, brown, white, is welcome on the show as well. So if you want to come on, you definitely can reach out to me so I can set it up. Shout out to Movie Hood TV. Don't forget to subscribe to their channel, moviehoodtv.com. Please subscribe to Cool Rob TV, all caps. Shout out to Donnie, O, and Ray. They'll be back soon. We're going to bring back our original podcast. And we're also going to bring Mr. Smith in that podcast as well, because I can see it now. When you bring Donnie, O, Ray, and Mr. Smith together, it's going to be an explosive interview, y'all. For Cool Rob, Mr. Smith, Cool Rob and the fam, you know how I end it off every video. Cool Rob is in the building. Over and out.